Good afternoon on what is a very warm, bright and sunny day. It is Friday the 16th of June. I've got a nice hot cup of tea. And a package to unbox. So let's get this open. And what I've got in here is Doomsday Dawn, which I will show you as soon as I've got it out. Packaging, and this is Pathfinder Playtest adventure, Doomsday Dawn, published by Paizo. This would have been for presumably second edition of Pathfinder, released at the time of its playtest version of the rulebook. So let's see if I can find a date in this. I'm trying to look at, I can't see one, but 2017, something like that. 2018. So yeah, now I already have a copy of this, but I had the cat had an accident and basically vomited upon a bookshelf, and I had to, some would say my library is a bit like a bookshop, so I had to replace the copy, so it gave me a chance to do an unboxing of it. So, mysterious artifacts from sand-choked Saurian count down the years until a rare planetary conjunction that will align Pathfinder's world of Glorian with a hostile planet Alt-Turn, allowing the ravenous hordes of the Dominion of the Black to surge forth and harvest the brains of the Inner Sea, remaking the world in their terrible alien image. Doomsday Dawn takes the heroes on a decade-long journey through Glorian as they attempt to understand and defeat the otherworldly menace and avoid utter catastrophe. This collection of 7 multi-encounter scenarios is designed to introduce the Pathfinder playtest rules in a guided shared playtest experience, coinciding with the regular surveys and feedback from the players like you. Now, typically these days with a big release of a role-playing game, okay, every role-playing game will go through a playtest process to see whether it works, but that on the whole will not be public. Big game like Pathfinder or Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, it will be. And of course with Dungeons & Dragons or 1D&D, essentially what the next edition of Dungeons & Dragons is going to be is currently going under the same process. So this is the means by which the publisher gauged the feedback and playtesting of the rules, because everyone was playing the same adventure. So we open up, we have a map of Glorian with the Doomsday Dawn locations, credits page, contents page, all in one. An overview of the mini campaign. Basically here covering details like playtest, feedback, how to give feedback, adjusting encounters and so on. And then you've got like a nice little list down there of all the contents of the book. And then we have the adventure, background explanation of what's going on. And before, very quickly, we just get straight into the first adventure, The Lost Star. So here we have essentially where and when, getting started, a guide to creating characters, backgrounds and purchasing gear, all in one. I mean, basically here's the starting point. And how to gather the party before they are going to explore this dungeon. Or should that be like that actually? There we go. And as you can see, as we go down, we have, this is the little sidebar here indicating which section this page is in, so it's the Lost Star. So get everything set up, now running the adventure, getting to the point where the characters have to investigate a goblin lair, and goblins always form quite a strong point in the Pathfinder system. Much is made of their role in the setting, and a lot of the mini adventures revolve around either kobolds or goblins. And here we get to concluding the chapter, bringing it to a close with the next session in Pale Mountain Shadow. And as you can see, the menu bar on the side changes, almost as if you could just sort of click on that, you know, like it was on screen. And now, it says here, you know, you've got where to take the character now. So each character should now be 4th level, backgrounds, languages, purchasing of gear, again setting everything up for the scenario. 2 locations mapped out, and it's going to follow the same format throughout. I mean, accessible, easy to understand and organize, you know, if you as the Pathfinder game master. So not a huge amount to see within the pages, where we have the affair at Sombrefell Hall. So it looks to be like a bit more of a social adventure. And you've got a bit of advice here on levels here. This should be 7th level, and at least 2 characters should create clerics capable of channeling positive energy. So these scenarios actually sort of do demand particular character types as well. And here we have a plan of Sombrefell Hall. A handout, basically a bit of introductory letter to get the player characters involved. And then we've got a basic description of Sombrefell Hall. And the horrid monsters at the heart of the problem. So we've got poltergeist, vampire spawn and the like. Then the mirrored room, which is the character should be 9th level. And we've got less interesting locations here in terms of maps, but you know, you've actually got several series of mini encounters for this one scenario. Not much to see necessarily, but it's all plainly clean laid out. If you've looked at a Pathfinder book, you know it looks all the same, and it's all very nicely, simply done. Heroes of Andarin, and this is for characters of 12th level. And it's basically, you know, players should build 12th level characters using the rules found in the Pathfinder Playtest rulebook. And singular location, and so you know, also got things in here like playtest goals. Getting started, so you know you've got that advice. You've got the the advice for the game master. For example, we've got advice in here on building an event, getting the characters involved, and solving the problem. And of course, each case you have section saying concluding the chapter before moving on to the next chapter, which is red flags. And this is for basically characters should take the higher ranking members of the esoteric order of the Palatine Eye, and they should be 14th level. And here we've got a mini dungeon to investigate. Another handout. Again, the artwork's fantastic in here. Nicely done. Before we get to the last scenario, which is when the stars go dark. This is this is the final chapter, and player character should be 17th level. It's going much shorter. You've got basically a single big encounter, and it's like big boss fight at the end of the scenario. So yeah, details of the various monsters to be encountered. Final encounter, and You've got like a map of basic text hex map there of a local region. So yeah, that is Pathfinder playtest document, Doomsday Dawn. I don't know whether I shall ever review this. It might be interesting to do so at some point, perhaps when you look back at sort of, kind of like a little bit of the history of Pathfinder. I've not reviewed very much Pathfinder. I keep meaning to rectify it, but it's always a case of time and energy, as it were. Anyway, so Pathfinder playtest, Doomsday Dawn, published 2018 by Paizo. Hope you've enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you have, please do click on the like button down below, and of course if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And if you want to be alerted to yet more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with a package containing a book or game which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. We'll be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.